guys, how's it going? Gotta get the mic up here a little closer. Get things set up for today. For now, I think we're gonna run the mic like this until we get more riding in. Setting up new gear today. So, this figured out. And alright, we're getting Zwift started up here. Hey, Pampo, what's up? Just getting warmed up right now. Got my gravel bike on the trainer, and we're on the new kicker. Why did Zwift close on me? So we had Zwift started and it looks like it failed somehow. We're gonna try this again. So right now we're just warming up the kicker. We need to do a good spin down on it. I'm just trying to stay pedaling right now. Whew. I'll have to do a little gear adjustment for this bike on the kicker. That's alright. For now, we're just riding. Alright. Use the stages today. Bit of lettuce. Use FEC. This is, like I said, this is a new kicker, fresh out of the box. I think we're gonna go ahead and do the tour of Watopia here. It didn't die. It started making a little bit of noise earlier in the week, so I submitted a ticket. It actually didn't make any noise after the first day. It made some noise. I got a recording of it, turned it in, and they sent me a new one. So, that's where we're at. Actually, I need to here unpair this so I can do a spin down on my phone when I want to. We're gonna work on getting you guys some sound. Alright, you should have some sound now. So I am going to got a helicopter. Oh. Alright, we're warming up now. We gotta use a high gear to warm up because we're gonna do the factory spin down, which actually spins the kicker pretty fast. This is a 3-minute warm up, and then it does spin downs. Ah, nice, Carlo. Nice. I'm also working on getting some other stuff set up here. I've done this 3 or 4 times.
It's time to light up the sky with fire. Tonight I want to talk to you about violence in our cities.
The bolt won't do that. I'm using Golden Cheetah to do that. Golden Cheetah will use a second ANT plus thing to do that. Yeah, so you gotta find an app, a PC app that will do it, basically with a second thing. Or what I have done is I've actually just pointed a camera at my head unit before. Oh, come on. Alright, here we go. And we're doing a spin down, sorry. Was busy pedaling. Waiting for the spin down now. And let's
Nice.
this.
The machine has fallen. All stations are now disabled.
Alright, we gotta spin up again.
I repeat. System failure. System failure.
Spin down complete. Okay. Now we're gonna do a regular spin down. One more. Alright guys, we're doing a lot of adjustments right now to get the stream ready. Get some stuff up here with the new equipment. Legs feel good. We're feeling good. Okay, there we go. We got the lat power up there. So the secondary numbers should be reading the kicker. The primary numbers in Zwift should be reading the stages today. Gotta tighten up my shoes. I don't have fans on yet. We're not gonna go hard, at least in this first bit. Spin down was 21 seconds at 73 degrees. Wow, this one didn't. So, we're done with all that. I'm gonna start over here my 2 recordings now. Actually, let's put that to indoors. stop these again real quick. Okay. Now we're starting the rides. Alright. Oh yay, we're getting dropouts. What's that about? And I also, oh, this is almost bad. Yeah, so what we're working on today is I've got a new kicker. My other one started making a little bit of noise, not bad yet, but it started making a little bit of noise, so I got a new kicker. Swift is having issues here. And I also have new handlebars on this bike. Those are both things that we're testing. And Zwift has no people. Oh, here we got people. Okay. So this is the first ride on this kicker. First ride on these handlebars. We just did our first spin down on this kicker. So like everything's new. We've got the Stages power meter in play. So Zwift is using the Stages power meter, and the yellow numbers are the kicker. Trying to get all my fans running. I'm feeling good today. Not sure what I'm gonna do as far as ride goes here. It's more about getting all this stuff set up and trial running all this stuff first. Maybe. We'll see. Where was I? I'm distracted again. Gotta get my filters running yet. Okay, we got the filter running now. The gate looks good, I think. Yeah, I think we're good now. Stream should be good for the moment anyway. See if we can get across this gap here with the arrow. Move forward a little bit. These bars feel a lot different. I don't know why I stick when I catch the back of a pack with an arrow boost. Ride through them. If I have an arrow boost, I don't want to sit on somebody's wheel. I want to go through them. This is a smaller pack today. Only 257 in here. So the bike change is this bike now has Ritchey VentureMax bars on it. So they've got a little bit of that hood flare to them where the drops kick out to the outside, and they're wider than any bar I've ever ridden. So they're a little different. gonna turn on the big fan here. Getting some heat going. Alright. Reset my gates and stuff with the fans. Guess I need to probably go across this gap, don't I? Okay. We're across the gap now. Ah, these bars are different. They're wide. They got shallow drops as well. And the drops are wider than the hoods. The hoods need to twist in. I don't know if I can do it all right. If I had my Allen within reach, I could adjust them while riding. We'll get them after the group ride. Okay. 30-second power between the stages and the trainer are spot on. Yeah. Yeah, especially for right out of the box. A lot of times the first couple of calibrations, the brand new kicker, it drifts a little bit, kind of breaking in. So we'll see how it goes. Not sure how hard I'll push. My gut's a little achy from antibiotic that I'm taking, so gonna feel okay. Just taking a strong antibiotic, it's just the gut doesn't sit right all the time. Yeah, that's actually what the pharmacist said too. Get some probiotic and some yogurt. If there's anybody around me that we know, I haven't spotted any familiar names. Ah, Boniface is up front. Mike McCarthy in the fridge. I'm not chasing those guys though. I've done that before. I don't know. It's probably not going to come out a lot before that tour of Watopia is going to need it, is my hunch. So, was that stage 5 or stage 4? I don't remember which stage was using it. I wouldn't count on it much earlier than that. Maybe the week before. Hey, JB Trash, what's up? I think Zwift is adding a bunch more Tour of Zwift options too, so I think they may be going to near hourly for the Tour of Watopia stuff again. So, a lot of complaints about timing, so I think they bumped up the frequency of these a lot. Yo, Round Night, how's it going, buddy? I think we're catching the pack that's getting dropped from the front now. Sebastian Kuhn, Mike McCarthy, Boniface are all up the road in the front of this pack. Yeah. Yeah, I did. And then Zor came and took it from me. Yeah, actually what happened Round Night is I had an issue at the beginning of that race. At the beginning of that ride. So I had to stop at like start finish. Like in the first half mile I stopped. Had to fiddle with my kicker and then go again. So I started in like 1,000th place. So on my first lap I hammered like 400 watts. And I was just on a conveyor belt of slower riders. But I was basically in a constant draft. Passing riders for an entire lap. Going super hard. And I use my power-ups. Yeah, I'm on the new kicker right now. New kicker, and I'm on the gravel bike with the new bars on it. Honestly, the new gravel bike with the new bars is a big time different feel. I had a 42 centimeter standard road bar on here before. Now I've got a 44 it's a Venture Max. It's a 20-degree flare, 24-degree flare. So they're wider at the hoods, and then they're also twisted a little bit, so the drops are even wider. It's a big difference. So I can already tell like I need to twist my hoods in a little bit. Like I've got my hands full straight forward, and I want to turn them in a little bit. Yeah, I'll take it on the trails, but it needs to be really good conditioned trails and pretty low skill level trails. Biggest tire I can fit's a 42 millimeter on the back, and no suspension, so I'm just looking for nice, fairly tame single track, not a lot of drops and jumps and stuff like that, but just cruising through the woods, yeah, for sure. Those numbers you see ahead of us now is the lead pack. They're not going near as crazy fast at the front of this one as they did the other day, that's for sure. I don't think I saw sub 5-minute laps up there. Yeah. It's a little nuts when they get into sub 5 territory. Just to hold on. And you can't really rest because you start lapping so fast and you start sticking to people. So it gets pretty brutal. Like 5:11's the fastest lap right now. Brett's off the front. At least off the front of the two other guys I follow. McCarthy and Kuhn. He may have others with him. Push the pace on this lap a little bit. Bottom of the hill, we'll drop the helmet again and pull. See if I can get the pack. Stick on me. Come along. I don't feel too bad here. It's weird riding this bike on the trainer. Between the new bar setup and this bike's just a little different pedal and saddle setup. It feels weird riding on the trainer. Golden Cheetah is my kicker. Zwift is my stages. And we got a TT dude in here too. And now I'm catching Sebastian Kuhn. Mike McCarthy's up with Boniface now though. So we got a 5+ TT bike puller here. That'll help things a little bit when we want to rest. Little stages drop out there. .30-second power between the two devices right now is 2 watts difference. Catching Sebastian Kuhn now. Yeah, those three are dead meat. Come on, those three. You're 6 seconds up. You're swallowed fast now. I think this might be a faster lap. .527. Can't get around this guy on the TT bike. I got a hammer to break off his wheel. I can't break off his wheel. I'm not gonna sprint 6.0 just to slingshot the front a little bit. We caught those three. Sebastian Kuhn's the next one we'll catch. That TT guy's just gonna pull that pack back to me. I need to attack him on the last lap. Try to beat him for the whole last lap. Is this guy here, TT bike, no heart rate, just sitting. Oh, McCarthy's not that far up the road now. looks like he might have given up on the front too. Yeah, this event would be rough if you're trying to compete or riding a pack with the TT bike. The blob is just so fast. Yeah, it's rough. Well, I did that stupid Norseman that was supposed to be no drafting, and it ended up being drafting, and that was tough. My legs ache. Thanks, Wentz. See you around night. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Not sure what McCarthy's doing. He's pulled away from us again. He might be in a pack now. Thanks, Vassal. McCarthy's definitely practicing his sprints. Remember, guys, he is a track sprinter, so he's got big, big numbers. Those are monster kicks he's doing up there. Really, you don't. I get it, you get aggravated sometimes, but some people just want to sit. Hey Weebles, what's up? Morning, buddy. Weebles, I was just watching a thing on YouTube this morning in the background, and it was these people doing a ton of bike packing, and they both were riding bikes, same bike as you. Love it. For all around bike packing and touring, and they had them set up pretty awesome. Like a husband and wife, and they were going through all the gear that they take with them bike packing. Yeah. Oh, nice, Matt Jazz. I did watch for a few minutes, but I didn't have sound on. Oh, awesome, Weebles. That's fun. We just keep picking up more and more riders that are getting shed up front. Oh, nice, yeah. Switching over to Look pedals. Yeah, that'll be nice. I like my mountain pedals on my gravel bike, though. They're much easier for walking and stuff like that, but there's no good power. Yeah, I'm running stages on my gravel bike, so I can run standard. I've got SPD, just standard SPD mountain pedals on the cross bike. That's actually what I'm riding right now. The problem is if you split like I do, you gotta have two sets of shoes. You gotta get a power meter on the cross bike that's not pedal oriented, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I did it for a long time with one power meter, but it was the stages. So, every time I moved the stages between bikes, I had to swap pedals too. Oh, yeah. The chainstay is a real issue with some of the cyclocross bikes and the stages. Mine is tight. The stages pod on my chainstay. It is on the rear part of the frame. It's really close. Yeah, if you're ever gonna do like a an event that you're gonna risk some mud and some hike-a-bike, I would probably go mountain bike. Yeah. I'm telling you, hike-a-bike. Hike-a-bike in dirt gets ugly in road shoes. Where are we at numbers wise? Oh, we're good. 18th is the front of this pack right now. I think I'm gonna send it for the last lap. That's the plan right now. Mine wasn't bad weevils because I had compatible cranks on every bike, and it's a single bolt crank arm that actually presses the crank arm off on the SRAM because it's like a captured nut. So I was only swapping the left arm. Each bike had a compatible crank set on it, but now I had to change the crank set on all my bikes to make sure they were all compatible. So it was easier to change than pedals, to be honest with you. But, it was still a hassle. Now, I only move power meters when I'm doing road and CT. The cross bike has a dedicated power meter, and then I just move the pedals between the road and the TT bike. But I only move it outdoors. If I'm gonna put the TT bike on the trainer, I just use trainer power. Now if you had like 105 or the Shimano ones, they have like a pinch bolt. Their crank arm connection is a little different. So I think the Shimano stages would be a little, even if you're just changing the left arm, it's a little more complex than the stages or the SRAM. Not a lot, but a little bit. The SRAM kind of being a captured nut that when you back it off, it actually pushes the crank arm off. It makes it really easy to change. Yeah, for the Shimano ones, you got to get it, there's a pinch bolt you loosen up. You got to get the crank arm pushed down tight this way and then tighten up the pinch bolt. And then to take it off, you kind of have to pull the crank arm off once you loosen everything up. Where the stages kind of has a built-in, for lack of a better term, it kind of has its own built-in gear puller. So as you back out the nut, it actually pushes the crank arm off. So it's really super simple. Yeah, later on, look for like a bargain on a Stages or something that fits it, and that can be your dedicated one for that bike in the future. Yeah, for sure. Clearance Stages, especially like the 105s even right now, you can get them pretty cheap. And all the Holotechs are compatible with one another. So, you could always get a Cork Power Tap. How about that? So, Frank, did you have any luck with the C1 chainrings outdoors even? I think we're gonna be able to get some mad clearance numbers on those. I debated about picking up a set for this bike. Okay. Was it just signal that you had issues with? I'm thinking about putting them on this bike. And it gives me options to go to shorter crank arms and stuff like that if I want to at some point. Yeah, I've got my environment pretty clean, but I mean, I'm not buying them for indoor use. My stages, I rarely use indoors either, so. Yeah, I'll go 50-34 if I buy clearance now. But part of the Cork announcement was discontinuing the C1 chainrings. So they're done. Oh, that's right, 50-36, which I can manage that. But honestly, you know, the 52-36 and the big ring doesn't really matter to me. It's the little one. So yeah, at that point, the 52 versus the 50, I really don't care about. See you, Weebles. We want to see it, man. Have fun. Alright, I guess we gotta send it here at the start-finish line, don't we? If we're gonna use both power-ups. Whew. Push, baby, push. Another power up. Whew. I got one up here I can pass.
Sometimes I try to put myself out there. Sometimes I try to make it look like I'm comfortable.
I can't get apple green.
But these words cut deeper than a knife, and I gotta act like I don't care. But if it didn't happen, then I guess I wouldn't be here. I guess I wouldn't be
Thanks, Casper.
here. Oh no. Stop with all the bullshit. I'm done with all the fake love. So you
Thanks, Cycle Guy.
just quit. 'Cause I saw the text on your phone, and it's hard to say.
Whew.
It's hard to say.
Good one.
Guess I'll be on my way. But I don't wanna live
Whew.
in a world without you. No, I don't wanna live in a world without you. No, I don't wanna live in a world
So,
without you.
why do my times from the other day not show up? My 30-day PRs are completely bogus here. I had a bunch of laps that were sub 4 minutes. Yeah, even outside the event now, it's not showing. I thought maybe once I finished it would show up. Alright. Been down quick. Oh well. I don't care that much about the PR history. Oh no. I didn't have the fan on the kicker. It's actually good. It probably got nice and hot. It's good for the break-in. Alright, here we go. Spin down. While it's spinning down, I'm going to go grab an Allen wrench so I can adjust the bars too. Alright, grabbing the wrench. So I think what I want to do, I'm going to point the hood in a little bit. I think. Yeah, that feels better. I dropped it too. Spin down was 136 degrees at 25 seconds. Gonna loosen up this one and do the same thing to this one. I'll leave them a little bit loose so I can kind of slide them around here on the bike a little bit for adjustment. Yeah. Yeah. Much better. It's amazing how little things like that can change. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Tighten it back down. The hoods are so pain in the ass to adjust. The silicone covers are so hard to pull back far enough to get a good tight bite on them with an Allen. Ah. Love it. Much better. So it turns my hands more of a, it gets you kind of in between a flat road hood and a mountain bike. They're turned about a quarter away across. The shallow drops, you can kind of see it on the side cam. Shallow drops, I can reach the brakes really good. And it's nice and wide on the drops. I think I'm gonna like this. It might be a hassle cross racing because they're so blasted wide. Yeah, these are Venture Max. They're shallow drops and 24 degree flare. They're 44 width at the hoods. They're probably close to 55 or 60 at the flare. They're really wide at the flare. I was running a 42 normal road bar, so they were still a shallow drop, but they had no flare to them. So my hoods are 2 centimeters wider, and my flares are probably close to 10 centimeters wider. And it is a shallower drop. It feels really good. I'm going to be curious to see how it is once I go riding, like control on the trail and stuff like that. You can see I've got the front rack on it right now too. Move that bag out of the way a little bit. The basket wouldn't fit between my 42 bars. It fits between the 44s here with ease, actually. So the basket now is wide instead of long. The basket used to stick out in front here, past the front edge of the rack. Yeah, what I do with this bike riding, and especially that I don't race it a lot, I thought this would be, or I should say I don't do a lot of technical racing on this, like cross racing. So the flared bars are going to be much better for longer endurance gravel, stuff like that. The other part about getting a little wider at the hoods, actually, you guys can probably see on the side mount, I've got aero bars on here too. I can use my basket while I'm riding too, indoors.
But I've got aero bars on here too, and with the aero bars on here and the narrower bars, I almost really couldn't use the tops. And now my hands will actually tuck in like right under the aero pads, and I can still use the tops a little bit too. So the tops are better. This farther back, a lot of times when I'm easy riding, I put my hands on the bends of the bars, if that makes sense, right on the bend, and I'm kind of holding the bars right behind the hoods themselves, and they're much more comfortable there, being a little bit wider and having the aero bars out of the way. Actually debating about sliding the seat forward on this bike. It just, now that I got locked in on the trainer here, there's just something not quite perfect about it yet. Woo, what's going on with the kicker? That's Golden Cheetah. You guys see those numbers in Golden Cheetah? That's Golden Cheetah going crazy because I'm recording the kicker here, and it is not recording those numbers. This is what Golden Cheetah was doing to me the other day. I don't know what does that. I'm going to try to hit the lap button and see if it resets. Trying to restart the Golden Cheetah stuff. See if that helps. See, oh baby, 20. Look at that, 27,000 watts. And it's not the kicker. I'm recording the kicker right here, and it's perfectly normal. I'll upload the kicker comparison here in a little bit. So I'm gonna try resetting this. We're deleting the kicker and we're gonna
We've been sitting at the end of the moon. Should we jump or is it too soon? Jump or is it too soon? Jump or is it too soon?
try this again.
The cosmos look nice, some shallow paradise, but I'll stay here with you. Should we jump or is it too soon?
Pass this off again.
Is it too soon? Look to the stars and do you think they are too far? Look to the stars and do you think they tell us who we are? Should we jump or is it too soon? Should we jump or
I don't know what causes this. I had the other one finally fixed. So what I think I need to do, I think what causes this is Golden Cheetah automatically picks up the kicker as under the fitness device, and it picks up my power meter under power. Now oh, there it goes. Try this.
I've been sitting in a race and I know that I misbehaved at time too. But I promise you we will sit right here until these terms are through.
We're gonna try it again. And then I think we're gonna stop and restart Golden Cheetah after we add this and see if that's better. That's nuts. Okay. I'm killing Golden Cheetah. And try to pull it back here. It's crazy because I've got a head unit right here recording it and it's not doing that. That's the part that I just can't figure out. I know some other people that are using PerfPro, but I don't want to pay for another app. PerfPro you got to pay for. I'm going to turn off the big fan here too.
It's cold outside. It's the middle of the night and I pull my scarf down tight. I can feel this snow bite. We watch the starlight. They shine bright as we hold on to this tie. No one leaves cause we might not fight. Another night like this.
Still not right.
Another night like this.
I'm looking right here. I'm seeing 42.
Mostly we grow. Another night like this.
Yeah, 42, 43 watts.
Another night like this. We might live, we might love, we don't know. But mostly we grow. Mostly we grow.
I don't know, I'm confused.
Love we don't know. But mostly we
We may have to start going the other direction and use the kicker
we grow.
in game only and use the power meter on the second device. It will, yeah, it finds my stages. Accurately? Let me look. It's a good question. Try to pair the stages here and see what it does. What's my stages? NHD plus ID. 15,397. Alright. Let's try this. Golden Cheetah is not very user-friendly. I actually have another idea. Try something else in a minute if this doesn't work. Alright, it should pop up here in a second. This is the stages. Yeah, no, nothing odd there. Huh. I don't know. I've got another idea though. I've got the FEC Amp Plus tools that could be used also. I'm gonna plug these two in and we can upload these drives real quick and look at the comparison. I think we're gonna be pretty close. We're gonna do the upload quick here, and the comparison. See how close we are.
Turning off the filters. We should have a good audio now. Get the Raymaker tools here. We find the there we go. The Garmin fit file right there. And then the other one, I have to pull it off the bolt, but this is the one where I've got to copy it off. Otherwise, it has an error on the upload for some reason. So I copy it, my D drive first, and then select it from here. If I try to pull it directly off the bolt for some reason, it doesn't work. I think it's because the bolt is not a lettered drive on the machine. It throws some sort of coding error or something. Overall, they look good. 210 versus 204. Blue is the stages. The stages is coming off the element bolt, so it looks like the stages ran about 6 watts high. Then the kicker, and that's over the entire ride. Let's see, like the actual hard bits. 6 watts difference. Remember, brand new kicker, cold spin down, never been ridden before, so actually that's not too bad, considering where we're at there, because that's less than 3%. You can see it pretty consistent, and this is actually pretty typical that I've seen on new kickers. It will tighten up a little bit, I bet, just on the spin down. Now I did a tight spin down, a hot spin down at the end here, but I didn't really ride after that. Got big dropouts in there too. You see here, I mean, it's a short period of time, but they're 1 watt apart after the spin down. The spin down was this flat section here. And then you see there's a lot of dropouts. 1 watt difference here. I mean, it's only 60 watts, but it's a 1 watt difference through those sections. We'll turn up the smoothing a little bit. But overall, that's not too bad. Brand new. Like I said, brand new. Set up for the kicker. Stages is purple. The kicker is blue, it looks like. On the peaks, especially. You gotta remember, I've got weird leg issues too. You know, let's look. You know what we should look at is that hard lap. .384 to 392, so we still only had an 8 watt difference here at 400 watts. That's 2%. That's not bad. Almost 400 watts, 8 watts. That's a little over 2%. Like I said, and that's cold spin down, non-broken in unit. I think these will line up pretty close as time goes on. So awesome. Who is out here streaming now? I think we'll pass it on to Stevie here. Looks like he's out there streaming. Probably a lot of you guys are already checking him out. But we'll hit him up with the raid. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. We're hitting the raid over to him. Hope everybody has a good weekend. I may be back on a little bit later. We'll see how things go. Got some work to catch up on, some things to do. Have a good evening. Be back on tomorrow and Sunday, probably. So we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me.